Welcome back to Late Night. We're here with Michael Shannon. You are not just an actor, you're an accomplished musician. You were just back in Chicago doing some shows
Yes, sir.
with your friend Jason. Which one here is Jason?
Jason Narducci. He's an amazing bass player. He plays with Bob Mould. He also has his own band, Split Single. He's incredible.
And you guys do, when you perform, you pick an album and do every song off an album.
Yes, sir. This time we did a Neil Young album called Zuma.
Okay.
We did a Cortez the Killer that was over 20 minutes long.
do you feel like that was an album that the crowd knew, or were they just sort of along for the ride?
It was about 50-50. I mean, I think there were some people there because they're like, oh, look, it's him. And then there were some people like, I love this album, man. You know?
That's good.
Yeah,
nice to have a mix when you're doing a show.
Yeah.
You had a band. How old was your first band was called Jehovah's what?
Jehovah's Suspects.
Okay, Jehovah's Suspects.
Yeah. That was when I was 15 years old. I was living in Lexington, Kentucky. And my best friend at the time was a fella named James Brown.
Okay.
Not the James Brown.
Right.
Kid named James Brown.
No parent would let their kid be friends with the James Brown at 15.
I mean, you know, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, him and some buddies of him, we got together and we learned, we learned like Give Me 3 Steps by Leonard Skinner, Communication Breakdown, Hey Joe. And then I wrote a song. I wrote my first song at 15. Yeah.
What was the first song called?
Played. It's called the Armadillo Song.
The Armadillo Song.
Mm-hmm.
And when you first presented it to the rest of your bandmates, were they taken with it?
They were stoked because it's mostly just one chord.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
And it wasn't too fast, so it wasn't hard to play. But it was kind of miraculous. I don't think they had anticipated an original song.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, if you're a cover band and all of a sudden you get a new one. What, do you remember it?
I do.
Have you ever played it, like live? Do you guys do it? Show?
I haven't played it in a while, but...
but you do think, you're confident you remember it?
Mm-hmm. I could do it.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I could do it.
All right.
I can do it.
Do you have a guitar?
Oh, well, look at this. Yeah, I do.
Well, that's great. I didn't even know we had that back there. That's fantastic.
All right. Okay.
Right. So, like, how many, just paint a picture for us, Jehovah's Suspects, what's a normal audience like? How many people you got out there?
There's like 10, 15 teenagers with Dixie cups filled with some incorrect amount of alcohol and soda pop.
All right.
That you wouldn't...
And is this a song you just go into, or did you preface it all like this is a new one that we...
Ladies and gentlemen, I was up all night. I couldn't go to... No, I just started playing. it. I wake up and it's a sunny day. I shake my head and I crawl away. My stomach growls, I have not been fed. And visions of cactus pears prick the insides of my head. And the earth stands still as I plunge through the heat. The white hot sand, it burns the bottoms of my feet. I'm an armadillo with a hard shell. I look scared and ugly and I got a strange smell, yeah. Yeah, that was the bridge. I remember the day when I left home. My mama started crying and my pop gave me a comb. He said, you got to look presentable, otherwise they don't care. You never seem to notice we ain't got no hair. I miss my folks, don't get me wrong, but I happen to know that this is where I belong, 'cause I'm an armadillo with a hard shell. And I was made to roam this desolate hell.
That's a real ass song, Michael.
About armadillos. Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
Because like I'd never seen an armadillo when I wrote that song, and years later I was on a camping trip with one of my best friends from Chicago, and we went to Cumberland Island off the coast of Georgia, which is covered with armadillos, and they have tons of hair. It's just not on top of them; it's on their underside.
Yeah.
And then I had to take a long, hard look at my song, but I didn't change it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what to replace it with.
I agree, and I think people know it that way. You're gonna
Yeah,
have people singing along. They're not gonna want you to all of a sudden change up the.
Yeah,
lyrics.
when you're at MSG playing the song, you don't want people getting confused and you're like, what's
Yeah,
he
just
saying?
for some sort of like zoological accuracy.
Right,
They're not here
right.
for that. They're there to jam out.
Right, exactly.
Did you do a little? Because it did seem to have some knowledge of armadillos. Did you do a little like research before you wrote? It feels like maybe like you had also been assigned like to do a report on armadillos.
I imagine like an armadillo in the desert struggling to survive, which is how I very much felt as my 15-year-old self. I could identify with that.
See, this is how you should introduce the song.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see?
yeah. Well, I don't want to make people cry, but then, like I said, I went to this island. It was a very lush island, not a desert, and all the armadillos were covered with hair. And it just goes to show that how little grasp of reality any of us really have.
That is, yeah, they don't tell you that at Ripley's, believe it or not.
No. Can you believe it? Armadillos have hair.
Hey, thank you so much for giving us the world premiere of the Armadillo song. And just
Changing your life.
changing my life. I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
say that too. New episodes of Nine Perfect Strangers premiere Wednesdays on Hulu.